All right. This story is very interesting and very important. And I'm going to tell you something it will shock you. But I have to tell you. High Court to hear former NPA CEO Mustafa Abdul Hamid's application to strike out charges against him on December 22nd, 2025. Yes, the court Mustafa Hamid and the lawyers say OSP charges now or charging no. On the lawyers contest the charges to make sure they strike out a lot of the charges. And I'm sorry to tell you this. Mustafa Hamid and his lawyers, they will get away with murder. Yeah. Because it is the OSP. And I can tell you on authority, the OSP knows the case they built against Mustafa Hamid. Because he left out some people who were supposed to be charged, Mustafa Hamid is going to go to court and point those things out. And I swear to God, the prosecutor, the special prosecutor, will fail to justify that. And Mustafa Hamid, those charges will be dropped by the court. And you know why? OSP knows what he's doing. From the beginning of this case, he planned it quietly and strategically because he knows at a point the blame will be put on the court and not him. When we say where Mustafa Hamid and the lawyers they will win. And when they win, it means majority of the charges are OSP are level against Mustafa Hamid. It will be dropped. You know why? Let me show you. You see, the charges now, OSP charging Mustafa Hamid is based on extortion. Right? Now, when you say extortion, if Mustafa Hamid extorted or he was involved in extortion, the question is, who did he extort from? Who was the victim? You have taken somebody to court and you are saying say nipa no ete office no or the office no ejisika ebonkofo apo, but in your charge sheet you were not able to point to the court to say this person or this person or this person and a Mustafa Hamid ejisika free no ho. So Mustafa Hamid and the lawyers now detected Sadia, and it is not just they just detected, it is something that Kissie Jabin planned from the beginning. Because not only say so a drafty case in this way, definitely Mustafa Hamid, the court will not have any option than to tell Mustafa Hamid to walk. Then when it happens like that, most of the Ghanaian citizenry will say the court is not helping OSP. But OSP didn't create a cutting deal a long time ago. Now, the reason why Mustafa Hamid and his lawyers are going to go to court and tell court to say the OSP is saying our client extorted or was involved in extortion, and that he was not. The reason why he's saying that is because he said he's saying that our client took money from somebody. Now, in a charge sheet, there is nowhere that OSP was able to prove, say, Mustafa Hamid ejisika weho ana oji weho, because there should be a victim. You cannot say somebody extorted money from someone without the person who was extorted. Now, the person who gave that money, your friend extortion or your wine, Mustafa Hamid extorted sikafiri obono was the OMCs, the oil marketing companies na oma nipano ejiji sikari nyina omono. Those are the victims. Now, for some reason, Mekachira will say those OMCs were paying money to some people to protect them from being added to the charges. Because so OSP wako court. Now catch a court. So Mustafa Hamid area sika, why started sika. Now when to prove who the victims are, the judge will tell you say, so who are the victims? Who did he extort the money from? Now OSP Kisieja being the OMCs now. Omujiji sika omuhoni nyina no MPA no. The OMCs came to see Kissie Jabin. Now, Kissie Jabin, at the end of the day, has cut deals with all these OMCs. He did not add a single one of them to the charge. So what is going to happen? And they say, the court will throw all the charges of OSP out because he could not prove, say, this and that and this were the victims. And Mustafa Hamid, this is from day one. And he was very confident to say they would throw the case away. Because when they sat down and negotiated, this was how the plan was. I will charge you. I will take you to court. But let me tell you, the loophole will be the victims you extorted from. If I extract the victims from my charges, you and your lawyers can prove to the court that there are no victims and that you did not charge or you did not extort anyone. So that is the plan. And it's Mustafa Hamid, as say, on a lawyer, they are going to contest the application. They are going to strike out the charges, some of them, because they know they have a case. Kisei Jabin on Kanokre. Kisei Jabin, he needs to leave that office. Kisei Jabin is playing all of you. Last member, tina ha ye expose catch them say. Adentina Kisei Jabin say OMC swene tuya bribe no edema eyedien guy edema Mustafa Hamida. Why did he take the OMCs out of the charges? Why did he do that? He took money. It was alleged. It is alleged that Kisei Jabin took 20 million. That is the allegation that is out there. And it is beginning to look like the allegation is true. Mr. S, can you find the list of the OMCs? Let me find the amount of money that was extorted from them. And shockingly and surprisingly, in the charges against Mustafa Hamid and the rest, none of these OMCs' names appeared in the charge sheet. So who did he extort from? So the allegation that all the OMCs paid Kisei Jabin over 20 million Ghana, that allegation, as we sit here, it is looking like it is going to be clear. And this whole thing looked like it was cooked from the beginning. I will charge you. I'll put you before court, but I cannot prove my case. The court is going to release you. Ghanaians cannot blame me, Kisei Jabin. I will say the court did not help me. So that is the game the OSP is playing with you. Sakromfowe, as we speak, the plan they planned from day one, it is going to work. Me catch them. The day I be sa expose na me catch them OMCs. Now, Kisei Jabin clear me catch them say the allegation is that he took money to clear them. And the moment you clear the victims, OSP has no case. You see, the 5 OMCs that my team is saying, the 5 OMCs that Kisei Jabin said he was going to add to the case, those 5 OMCs, they were not directly linked to the case. So who study 5 OMCs now? You can see clearly that these people can prove that those OMCs, from their statement from the OSP's own investigations, they are not as direct as the other ones who paid the huge monies. Say, or the 1 or 2 craft fryer, you will see, say, they will be able to negate, they will be able to navigate their way through. See, Kisei Jabin, you cannot trust him. The office of the special prosecutor needs to be there. But the person who is conducting affairs in that office, Kisei Jabin, Akurugu, Samedakon, we cannot trust these people. And I like what the president said. Or see, you, the OSP, prove to Ghanaians, let them trust you. But all these things shows we cannot trust Kisei Jabin. Nobody in Ghana can trust Kisei Jabin, Akurugu, and Samedakon. These are businessmen, representing businessmen. These are people who are basically all about money, all about business, all about negotiations. So the allegations that they took money from the OS, how many of the OMCs gave them money? Why did he charge only 5 of them? He selected, he looked through, and he made sure that, so the OMC, we will not even get them. Because you see, when you read all the charges, and when he was interrogating the OSPs, OMCs now, some of them, you could say they did not clearly give that their money. Some clearly they admitted. Kisei Jabin is putting those who did not clearly directly, you can charge them of doing what? Paying bribes or being extorted. Kisei Jabin is fooling you people. Now, Mr. S, thank you very much. Do you have the total cost there? This is the list. Mr. P, if you have the charge sheet, Kisei Jabin's charge sheet in court, can you pull it out quickly? The OSP is no more charge sheet in. If Mr. P, if you can pull it out right now, I want to do something with it. You see, OSP is no OMC is no money. All marketing companies now, how come say OMC is when you are to say ebitia $3.7 million cedis, ebitia 3.1 million cedis, ebitia 20 million cedis, ebitia 765,000. You have 120,000. You have 3.4 million cedis. You have 5 million cedis. Ebitia as much as 14.2 million cedis. Yas Petroleum. You have 1.5 million, 3.4 million, 1. All these people paid money to NPA, Mustafa Hamid. But the OMC is charging only 3 or 4 of them, if that is even true. The question is, why did he leave out all of these OMCs? Why? Thank you, Mr. S, for bringing the final list. So you can see 31. I'm sure the rest. Now we are 36. I think so. Now I'm sure the amount of money that Kisei Jabin told us was paid to Mustafa Hamid and his dear colleagues. Now the first list now 31. I'm sure the list now count 36. I'm sure the amount that they are saying was extorted by Mustafa Hamid and his group. Now, what's going on? The amount they are saying was extorted. Now, hey, keep both, please. Now, this list that this is the second part of the list, right? Now, the total amount Mustafa Hamid in the cruise NP, is 62,887,000. So they paid close to 63 million Ghana cedis. 63 million. So, say 36 companies, 62 or 63 million Ghana. Why do you take about 3 or 4 to court to charge them? Why do you take 3 or 4 or 5 to court to charge them? Why? And let me tell you, say you go back into the interrogation, the investigations, the report, and the statement he took from the OMC, sir, you can say, Uber will say 5 now, so the Omaka case, their cases are the most weakest. And that is what Kisei Jabin is doing. Almost 10 billion, almost $10 million was paid. $10 million. At that time, almost $10 million was paid to people at NPA. Mustafa Hamid, his deputy, and that gentleman. Today, the OSP is telling us the courts and any problem. I keep telling you people, Kisei Jabin is a dangerous man. And all the allegations that was leveled against him, he is the one making us believe in all the allegations. Also, do you to me level allegations against the person. Now I can say, okay, this allegation maybe some people just don't like the person, they just want the person out of office. But so you follow proceedings and you follow how things are coming together, you can see clearly say all the allegations leveled against Kisei Jabin is true. Why? 36 OMCs paid almost $10 million to Kisei NPA. Today, the NPA are saying, Mustafa Hamid and his lawyers are saying, the extortion you're charging, the OMC is no weighing. Why no extort is free more? Kisei Jabin needs to prove 36 OMCs. Why does he have 3 or 4 in his charge sheet? Why?